Spoiler alert, it didn't go as planned. Hey, this is Nikki. I'm guessing you're new here since this is my first video and all. So, a little bit about me. I am a accountant. I'm an accountant, a tax accountant to be more specific. And I'm here just trying to expand my skills, break out of my shell and kind of see what I can do. I figured I want to do more in the world, and I figured if I have some sort of knowledge I can impart or just be there as someone that maybe I can find someone to relate to, or you can find someone to relate to, it would all be worth it. Honestly, all I want to do is help one person out there in the world, and it would have been worth all this time and effort. But really, I just want to break out of my shell. Oh, this is my attempt. We'll see how this goes. My goal is to post a video a week. Whether it's something like this, me just kind of talking, maybe I'll go to some vlog styles. Yeah, I'm not sure. So, either way, let me get on with it. I quit my corporate job a year ago, and this is an update. So, truly, I wanted to create a video a year ago with the reasons of why I quit. But we're going to do this a little backwards. I'll still give you the background though. So, let's go back a year-ish and where I was a year ago. A year ago, I was in corporate. I was in a big accounting firm working public accounting in the core tax team. So that team usually takes on the bulk of the work for taxes, tax returns, and all the nitty gritty, client contact, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. It's a very high stress job. It's a very time consuming, and I found that the more that I was in this environment, the more stressed I became. And I brought that stress home with me. So mentally, I was doing okay, a little shaky. It was nothing I could do to get rid of it though, because there was always the lingering feeling there of I should be spending more time here. I should be working harder. I have so much work to do. I need to always be available for contact, whether it's by client, whether it's by coworkers, bosses. That little green dot, right? The higher up you go in corporate, the more responsibilities you have and the more you are just required to be present there. Why did I quit, right? Because so many people are doing it still and they can thrive in it. So where did I go wrong is kind of what I'm thinking. Um Honestly, I looked at the partners. I looked at who was on top of me in the ladder, and I went, ultimately, I'm not going to stay here in this spot. I want to go up the ladder, right? That's what I'm working so hard for. And because I'm that person that always needs to move in life, right? I'm always looking for that next step, the next, even if it's promotion, skill level, something. I always want to be moving or else I feel stuck. So I went, okay, let's look at the top of the ladder, right? Look at the partners of the firm. What how happy do they look? What does their lifestyle look like? And I've been to a few firms now, so I have a decent sample size, I feel like, between small businesses and bit larger ones. And you kind of guess what I figured out, but it's not great. I found that a lot of the partners were either single, they never married, or they're divorced, or they just always they were always in the office, so I never saw them with their families. And I'm thinking, I already don't see my family enough, and I don't work nearly as much as them. So if that's the case, what's more important to me, right? If I keep going this way, I don't see myself getting more family time. I see myself getting much less. And it didn't it didn't play out right because I feel like when I'm young, you can be set I can grind hard. But now I want to be able to enjoy my life. I want to be able to enjoy the money I make. Can't just make it and let it sit there and wait until retirement to use it. So that's kind of what happened. I went, no, I don't want to be divorced later on. I enjoy my relationships too much to have to give that away just for a job, for money, really. If I wasn't looking to ultimately go up the ladder anymore, why am I still there? There are so many other options in life to make money, to ultimate to make money. Yeah, there's there's a lot of options. And I feel like I've always had an entrepreneur spirit kind of thing going on and creative, and that's just something I didn't see a lot in my corporate world. So I have a nice cushion from working so long now. So savings are piled up. I can go on a healthcare plan easily. So everything was set. I had a nice cushion. I had a nice safety net. I gave myself 6 months to a year. Hello, we're in a year. That's what it became. Here we are. That's how we are here now. But it didn't go quite as planned at all. So what I thought I would be doing by now is I would have a few businesses up and running. My days would be split. I would still wake up early, right? I had such good work ethic at the time, and you have to when you're an employee. So I was up early. I worked easily 10 hours a day every day, worked on the weekends, and I still had time to clean, cook, take care of the dogs, have a not really have a life, but bare minimum. Somehow I fit it all into a week. I'm like, easily, I can do this. Just switch up my work, right? I work for myself now. I just need to get something off the ground. My goal for the last year has been just make $1, and that was it. Oh, it was a lot harder than it seemed. I gave myself way too much credit, I guess. Whoever has done this and succeeded, good on you. Life life likes to throw a lot of stuff at you when they realize you looks like you have free time to catch up. So I I can't really blame it on a lot of external factors. Yeah, they have a play in it, right? But really it's on me. It's me saying yes to all those times my friends wanted to go out on a random Tuesday because they knew I was free, or that I went on a longer trip, or I decided to take a nice shopping trip to, I don't know, kill a little bit of time, blow off some steam, even though my stress wasn't the same stress from before, but it's still stress. Okay. I was constantly thinking of new ideas, researching things within the industry that I was trying to break through, getting things set up. Honestly, I'm a planner, apparently, is what I found out, and I like to make sure things are perfect before I start, even though I know I shouldn't, because nothing will ever be perfect. By the way, this is the third time I'm recording this. So if it seems like it's a little frazzled, that's why. I do not have a prompt or like a script anymore. I gave up on it. Figured I can just talk and go from there. Yeah, the first time it wasn't long enough. Like it just wasn't. I scripted it too much and it was just weird, right? That was my first time. The second time I had finished doing all the lighting setup in here and finished getting everything set up just in general to find my camera glitching, and then when I went to go edit, my mic decided to pick up some weird random noise I can't get rid of. So here we are. We're on our third attempt. I fixed the camera glitching and I went back to my regular microphone. So here we are. I hope you like it. It's gonna be my last time. This is going up for sure. For sure. Okay, so now what? Right? The year has passed. What have I have to show for it? Well, a lot of half finished projects. I have learned quite a bit actually. First thing is getting into something that's not your industry and you have no idea how to really break into is really hard and takes a ton of research. So I spent a majority of my time in the past year, I feel like just Googling, watching videos. I appreciate the YouTube community for giving out a lot of free content, a lot of free advice, and just somewhere to pull me in the right direction. That's all I really need. Someone to push me where I kind of need to go and I can figure the rest out. So that has been amazing, which is why I figured, hey, you and me have been homies for a while, so here I am. Please treat me nicely. But, anyways, the projects I have currently are my sort of failed, sort of ongoing projects. Right? YouTube obviously has been on my list to do for the past year, and I have a ton of videos that I just can't figure out how to edit, don't like the quality of, blah, blah, blah. There's a list of imperfections a mile long that I'm going to try to kind of beat out of myself. Like I don't need to be perfect. And I need to remember that that's not something I can be all the time. Anyways, I can try, I suppose, but it's not happening. No one's perfect. The YouTube was one of my projects. Another one of my projects was I wanted a website to kind of go with it to brush up on my writing skills because I've always loved writing and journaling and just kind of making these memories and putting them somewhere, right? Through pictures, through videos, just through thoughts, words. That's kind of all encompassing. So I have actually started that project. I do have a website. It's very rough. I have very little post on it. I told myself I'd try to write one post a day, and writing takes forever. So, not quite there yet, but at least it has been started. I have a website going at least. It will be a work in progress. It'll be my little a little baby to work on when I have time and I'm sitting at like a coffee shop waiting. So, that's good. That is something positive that I have gotten out recently in the past year. And then I guess my most failed project is the clothing brand I was trying to make. And I just wanted to make this for myself because I was looking for something specific that I could not find. And what I found out is one, it's expensive to try to make something very customized, right? No surprise. And even with my sewing skills and design skills, it's incredibly different than what you need, I feel like, to do so. So, this is what I probably researched most out of what I reached out to a ton of people online about, and I haven't quite gotten there. I have some samples here and there, I have some blanks, I have design sketches, but I don't have anything concrete that I would want to either wear myself or well, that's actually the first step. Anything I would want to for myself because I won't sell it if I didn't want it for myself in the first place. That one is the big bummer for me. I'm still working on it, but it's just not my number one priority because I'm looking for someone to kind of help me out in that realm a little bit more. I'm really hoping for like a friend, but we'll see. Um, so if anyone has any thoughts or advice on how to get going with that, where I should just suck it up and throw money at the problem, just let me know. I will take any bits of advice at this point because although I know a lot of projects fail, I at least want to be able to launch it before it fails. So I could say I at least gave it my 100%. At least. But honestly, I've learned a lot in the past year. I've learned that patience is a thing and so is research. I've said it. Books are great. I read a ton of business books in the past year that have helped me change my way of thinking a little bit and kind of get me out of this 9 to 5 rut, this accounting rut that I've been in for quite a long time now. And slowly, ever so slowly, it's getting there. I Definitely have been spending more time reading lately because I found some good books. So I'm hoping I can share that with you later. And honestly, if anyone else wants to quit their 9 to 5 to start any other sort of entrepreneurial route, I would tell you to make a solid plan. Learn from learn from my mistakes. Make a solid plan. Get things rolling before you quit. I mean, yeah, you can have a cushy safety net, but that cushy safety net kind of holds you back, I feel like. I had one. I feel like I would have worked harder if I didn't. So now that my safety net is running real thin and I'm seeing the ground below me, um, yeah, I'm working a little bit harder. And lastly, your 9 to 5 matters. So pick it correctly from the beginning is all I can say. Yeah, it's taught me some bad habits in my work life. Yeah, I might have been waking up earlier, but that's not hard to do. But you still get the same amount of time in the day as long as you're working a certain way that actually gets things done, kind of what matters. So, yeah, I learned that pick your 9 to 5 wisely, get motivated, find a buddy. I didn't have anyone to really do this with, and I found that kind of hard. You feel a little isolated. So hopefully something works out for me in the end. It would be nice. Either way, that was my past year. I can't even say go look at any other videos. This will literally be my first video. So, if I do make a follow-up as to why I quit, etc., I'll add it around maybe. No, somewhere. Other than that, if you have gotten this far, thank you for sticking around with me. It's I don't want to do the cliche like, oh, subscribe line, but like, if you want to know how this goes, I guess subscribe. Oh, that feels weird to say. No, I am not used to being on camera. Wow. All right. Cool. Um, I guess I'll see you guys next time. Or I hope to see you next time. There you go. I guess I hope to see you next time.